Hi there, Sandra here from Create in Spain. Today's card concentrates on using a stencil. I had a plain white piece of card and I just used some inks on there with one of these brushes just to add a touch of colour. Now you probably can just about pick up on here, I've got some glittery things on there and something that looks like it might be a bit glossy. The bits which you can see which look vaguely glossy are in fact a acrylic medium with some glitter put in. Now the glitter that I put in was a very small amount of a holographic glitter, and it may not show much on the camera, but in sunlight it's absolutely wow. It's very, very pretty. These little bits here are actually mylar, but I put them into the acrylic medium as well, and then I just use the stencil. Basic colour blending just to make nice pretty colours, stencil over the top, just swipe it over with a palette knife and whatever medium you're going to use. So if you want to add glitter to your project and you want to add it in the form of a texture paste type medium so that you can spread it on, what are you best advised to use? Well, one thing I will say is don't put it in glue, not if you want to stencil. If you put a load of glitter and so on into something like a silicone glue, which I did here, and it's absolutely amazing. I mean, it's really sparkly and amazing and wonderful. It's fine if you want to spread it on something. You might still get a little bit of buckling, but probably not very much, being it's a silicone glue. However, if you're to use this on a stencil, you'll spend the next 3 years trying to clean your stencil. So you can put glitters and things in varnishes. I've got some in this little pot here. And I'll take the end of a paintbrush. You can see it is relatively thick at the moment. That's because I did actually add a little bit of acrylic texture paste to it, but originally it was very, very thin and watery, which isn't too much of a problem as long as you're going to use it straight away. But I don't know if you can see the bottom, that's where all the glitter goes, to the bottom, because the glitter will sink in it. Now this is a pre-purchased gel, but I've added some bits of my own to it. It was a sparkly gel to start with, but I've added some coarse glitter and some other glitters. There's nothing to stop you adding your own bits to something which already had some kind of glittery substance in it. This was one from Lidl. This is another acrylic medium, and again from Lidl. This was number 3 in a set. I think there were 4 in the set. And number 3 is supposed to be an acrylic clear gel. Now there's a difference between being clear and being transparent like glass. This, when it dries, goes to kind of like a milky finish. This is a Liquitex gloss gel. Now they do it in different varieties. This one happens to be a medium one. You can get a firm gel as well. This will dry crystal clear and glossy because that's what it is. It is a gloss gel. Obviously, if you put your glitter and things in this type of thing, because it's opaque at the moment, you can't see it as easily. But the effect when it's dried is clear. So the easiest way of doing this is to get either a white tile like I have, or a plate, get a palette knife, spoon a little bit out, and then mix in what you want to mix in. Spread it over the tile so you can see the effect you're getting, and then if need be add more glitter. You do have to be careful if you're doing a lot of medium over an area. Your card can buckle. You can, for example, use a photographic paper. Now, a word of caution, if you're going to use a photographic paper, and it is great stuff to use, if you've got it hanging around, you may as well use it. What you need to do is to use it with a stencil. And if you have glitter in your medium, it'll be fine. If you were to swipe over that with a palette knife without a stencil, you would find you'd end up scraping off the surface of the paper. Finally, the other way of doing it is to make sure the card can withstand it. So that means coating it with a varnish first. And if it's varnished, it's protected, not a problem. So this one is almost finished. I've cut out my sentiment, which says birthday girl. And all I need to do now is to put some adhesive on the back of that and glue it on. This is being made by adding, I think it was 3 or 4 layers of card together. And again, I don't know if you can actually see it on camera, but I put some varnish with some glitter in it over that. And again, in the right light, it's really kind of wow factor. I'm just going to turn this over. And I have some self-adhesive gems, and I'm just going to use those as the dots. There's one for the eye in girl, there's one for the exclamation mark, and another one for the eye in birthday. Now you could, if you want to, add a bow, add some more diamante, whatever you like to do, but that's the basics of the card done. It's shiny, it's girly, but it's still very subtle, just the way I like it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have liked the content of this video, please like, leave comments below, subscribe if you haven't, and if you're feeling really generous, buy me a cup of coffee using the button below. Take care now, bye bye.